Hello, this is Stephen Cuffey reporting to you for my live broadcast. I'm sorry I'm running a little late, but this is Stephen Cuffey reporting my live broadcast number 66. I'm seeing that I have a few live broadcasts. I guess that'll be coming up, coming through in the next few moments. Have a few things here just to go over with you today. This is my 66 live broadcast. It's been a pleasure to be with all of you today. I'd like to thank just a few of you that's presently. Let me see here. Hold on a minute. Just to like to thank the early arrivals I saw that's Henry Langford. Thank you so much, and Crypto TBC John. Thank you so much. Your live broadcast a few minutes ago was superb. Serena, thank you so much, Serena, for reporting back today again. And Lucy, thank you so much from calling from all the way from your country. I believe that's New Zealand, I believe. Bitcoin Scott, of course, thank you so much, brother, for being here. TBC Dr. Joe Stevens, thank you again also for being here. And Lisa McKinley, thank you so much for being here. I like to thank all of you for being here today, for being so loyal to coming to my live broadcast. I don't have a special topic. I was going to talk about our mission, but maybe I'll get with that tomorrow. I want to just go over a few things that some of you may be all aware by what? Hopefully becoming a student of the blog. You know, a lot of times, a lot of people say, read the blog, read the blog. Yes, that you should read the blog. But a step higher if you become a student of the blog, because there's so much great information. I want to first say that is an update that if y'all was on Randy live broadcast today, he talked about that we'll have a new lead system in our Clickle Cash back office that should be there within the next 24 to 48 hours. Now, if you might remember, for some of you broadcasters, you may remember they were talking about that when we first started back in March, like March 21st, I think, when we started doing live broadcast. I mean, it was some. Well, anyway, we know that it was restarted. I think it may have been maybe May. I'm not sure when we started this. I can't remember right now in my mind. But I want to say that I believe it was in May. All I can say is that I'm sorry. It had to be in March. But I would just put it this way. I want to thank all the live broadcasters that stepped up to the plate and became a live broadcaster. Because see, when you're a live broadcaster, you're doing exactly what the Billion Coin administration expects of us. They want us to promote the Billion Coin. There's one clear way of getting the word out to many people. Because inquiring minds might want to know, exactly what the Billion Coin is and what is not, and your role would be in it. And that's what my live broadcast yesterday was about. Now, this lead system, if you don't know what leads are, as Randy stated, leads are people, in this case, in the Billion Coin, are people that may have signed up for Crinkle Cash, and that's all they signed up for. They may not don't know about purchasing, Crinkles or TBC, for cookie rewards. They may not know anything about cookie rewards. That's where we are as leaders, as in builders, and as broadcasters. We are the ones that's got to get it, and also trusted sellers particularly. But let us remember that every single person that's a trusted seller, if someone comes to you and purchase, remember I said purchase, that's the key word, not investment. Don't use the word investment. You're not making an investment at TBC, you're purchasing TBC. When they come to you, this person has to be a trusted seller too. Now, what I said, I told you what a trusted seller was yesterday. A trusted seller is essentially a person that has signed up for the Billion Coin, have a Crinkle Cash office, but what do? They paid that $10 annual, not the month-to-month, annual subscription to their Crinkle Cash back office. That is a trusted seller. Okay? Now, This lead system is for primarily broadcasters. All right. We are supposed to be the educators in the Billion Coin. We are the educators. But make sure we educate them the correct way. These could be orphans that they got signed up for the Billion Coin, and they may even purchase some TBC, and all of a sudden, what? That person is gone for whatever reason. See, some people that signed up for TBC back in 2016 and some even 2017, they went by the wayside. They got in for the wrong reason. They thought, oh, if I build my TBC wallet, I can just probably at some point they're gonna have something that I can cash it out. They didn't get those people were not becoming students of the blog because if they was on the blog like I am and like several people are, they would know that's not what the Billion Coin is. They still stuck in that that greed, that scarcity, poverty mindset that we often talk about. That's been embedded in their brain since they were on that JOB, that's just over broke, that I call. So what I'm trying to tell you is this, the leads are important. And I've been waiting for this thing because I remember when we started broadcasting, they were talking about this was coming. So I know, when our administration come out with something, and they're gonna come out with more different things that benefit us. And guess who's gonna be at the top of the as they call it, the food chain? Is it that we use that word a lot? We're gonna be fed the different benefits of the Billion Coin because we're doing the work that is needed to get the word out. So I agree with the Billion Coin that broadcasters should be the first and getting the rewards or getting more rewards. And speaking of talking about that, that's another thing. You know that as a blog came out, they're making some changes. If you purchase $100 worth of TBC and more, you're not necessarily getting one TBC coin no more. Particularly starting, according to the blog, starting on June 16th. Now it's taking effect already in some cases because in your Creamcast back office you have a chart which each thing is decimal point, all those things. I'm sorry that some people don't understand, but I'm getting more and more familiar with it now. I believe I got it now. But I believe everyone else should get it. You have to indulge yourself and read these blogs and keep reading until you grasp it. There's a lot of specifics in that blog, one of the blogs that came out yesterday that had the chart on it. And it was long. And y'all need to get it. Y'all got to understand it. You got to indulge yourself. There's a lot there. What I do, I dissect it. I go to each part. So I'm sorry. Go through that blog. Go through that particular blog to talk about it. Become a broadcaster. If you want to reap the rewards that we're getting, broadcasters will what? We're getting practically $84,000 worth of TBC for every broadcasting we do. Now, let me ask you, where do you know you can make that kind of income? I don't know. I don't know of anywhere. Now, again, I don't do it for money, but I'm just making a point. Where you can go? Where are you going to get that kind of income? Even the bystanders, if they go to a send button meeting, and you get the same thing going to a send button meeting for broadcasters. But for people that's bystanders, it's not a broadcaster. They're going to be getting $8,400. But still, where can you go to a send button meeting and get $8,400 for a bystander? Just showing up and getting information that's needed for you to be successful in the Billion Coin. Where can you get that? I can't think of anywhere myself. So this thing with broadcasters, they making it a big deal because it is a big deal. People like Mary, she did her seventh. Get this, I'm right there. She did her 70th, number 70 live broadcast. I believe Chantel Mons Magnet. I think hers was the 69th today. See, some of them have done 2 in one day. Look at Crypto TBC John. He's in the 60s already because he's doing two a day. Now, I've done 2 a day from months ago. I'm thinking about doing possibly 2, possibly this Saturday. I'm thinking about this weekend. If I don't have too much going on, I might do 2. There's enough information out there to do 2 broadcasts a day. Whether you can schedule it. Now, I believe if you can schedule it now, I haven't tried it. Put 2 different YouTube links in the into the live broadcast schedule. I'm going to try that. But even if you can't, you still can get credit for it. You just got to put the right YouTube link in the broadcast area in your Creamcast back office in terms of getting credit for it. And then admin will approve it. In less than 24 hours, they do. So I've been saying it ever since I've been broadcasting. We need more broadcasters. Everybody been saying. Randy been saying it. Marianne Murphy, and her son been saying it. James, the TBC Powerbox, he's been saying it. Gerard been saying it. This GW Publishing out of UK. That's Gerard Windsor. Lucy Brown been saying it. Sharon Weller been saying it. Josiane Pacquiao of New Zealand, she said it. I mean, I'm just naming people. David Jones of Barbados, the friendly marketer on YouTube. Everybody been saying the same tune. And we're getting some more people stepping up to the plate. But what I say to you all, if you have a team, encourage them to get out their comfort zone. Start doing live broadcasts. We need you all. We really do need you. The Billion Coin needs you. Administration needs you. I don't know whether you are, and I'm pretty sure you do feel this way I feel. I appreciate what they're doing for us, for all of us. Just not the broadcasters, for everyone in Billion Coin. I want to also add that that everyone that's new have to pay that $10 fee. Pretty much have to have to have the Crinkle Cash back office. It's needed. That Crinkle Cash office is getting even more and more important. Have you noticed? So I want to say something too. Do you ever check just check and see why membership is where it's growing the most, or where it's growing all over the world? All you got to do is just go to the billioncoin.info and click on members. You'll see a map of the world, and you'll see also that they're itemized by country. But if you put the cursor on the country, you can see it too. USA should be up there in the top 3, but we're not. We're number 6, which is not bad. Consider all the people that's in the Billion Coin worldwide. Just go to your member. Just go into Billion Coin. You don't even have to log in. Just hit members, and you'll see a page come up of the world map. I think it's blue and light blue and different gray and other colors, and it's all there. And I believe they update it every 24, 48 hours. I believe that's how they do it. Because that number that they have saying is that may not be the exact number, because people are getting on board TBC so often. If you on the website and you hit the refresh button on your page, you'll see the number jump maybe 10 or 20 more people. So they're coming up in groups around the world. That's been happening ever since TBC been in existence. I want to also add that y'all also may know this. The Billion Coin has been extended, and this is probably be the last time I don't see it, and I believe they kind of alluded to that in the blog. This is it. June 15th is pretty much it. I didn't think they were going to extend it past, May 31st, but they did to the 7th. Now they're doing to the 15th. They can't just keep extending it like that. You just can't do it. So if you got people coming on TBC and they really want to benefit of the quick reward system, get them, because those quicker cash, that's going to go away at some point. And if they really want to benefit and become one of those 1 million billionaires and those 1 billion millionaires, if you want to be one of those people, it's going to take more than just $100. You got to be a broadcaster. Or if you want to do the work that like myself did, I got way over 200 people that I've given quicker cash to. Well over, close to 300. So I'm just saying it's possible to do that. See, I was determined to be a builder before they start talking about builders. I was a builder in 2017, October 2013, when I hit 200 people of giving the quicker cash to. People like Randy, oh gosh, he may have close to 2,000 now. And some people got a lot more than I have. But a lot of our broadcasters, has been recognized as the builders and the Billion Coin, as well as those that's going out and giving out the quicker cash to at least 100 members, have 100 people, getting them involved in it, and getting them involved in the Billion Coin. That's what the Billion Coin is about. How can we help people in poverty if we don't open our mouth, if we don't talk to people? How can we do that? Think about it. How can we do it? We just can't do it by just being what they said in the blog, a bystander. I couldn't have said it any better. How can you be a oh gosh. I say this all the time. You cannot expect something from nothing. If you do nothing, you're a bystander. You just watch it sitting back down your TBC Wild to Grow. You're a bystander. Now, if you do things like, and I recommend, we should have maybe 50,000 people with send buttons by now or more. But do you realize we only get maybe 3,000 people at best? No, my God, I'm giving a higher number. Maybe close to 15 or 16,000, almost 2,000 people at a send button meeting. Now, we didn't have a send button meeting because, our sites were down this past Monday. But I'm sure they'll have one this coming Monday. So, I'm just crying out to people. Just tell them, I tell people, draw the line and plant your flag in the sand and say, I will be a builder. I will be a broadcaster, because that's the key. That's one of the major keys of getting the word out to people about our opportunity. See, I think a lot of people that's not broadcasters, you look at it as an obligation, like I'm obligated to do something. They didn't say this before. See, some of you are never been in even online businesses before, like Randy, myself, and a few others. You don't make money by just twiddling your thumbs. You have to create an action for something to happen. And see, that's exactly what we're doing as TBC broadcasters. We created an action for a cause, a great cause. Because aren't we about abundance, love, and prosperity? We're not promoting greed, lack, more poverty mindset. Why we would want to have a poverty mindset, and how are we going to help someone else with a poverty mindset? It doesn't work that way. We got to work on us. And I did some broadcast long time about working on you before you can help someone else. Because a lot of people that's in the Billion Coin, see, they come in Billion Coin with a poverty mindset. Because that poverty mindset has been brainwashed over the years. When they go to that job and they hear other people talk about the same thing, barely again from going to paycheck to paycheck, can't even half make it, can't save no money because they're not making the money. So you get your check, you're getting up to 40% taken out of it here in the United States. I don't know about in other countries, but I know here, taxes is something in this country. But again, it's a great country. There's some great things going on here, but there's some things behind the scenes that people need to look at. As that video that Randy showed on his, I don't miss anything on the blog. Nothing. Zero. I catch it all on the blog. I call it like the Bible of TBC. You know, I don't mess around with it. So let's make sure that we are doing everything we should do. Let me see if I missed anything here. Well, that's last thing I want to talk about, the health of TBC members. Now, we've had some people, I believe Joanne Gardner, and I knew Joanne was ill and still maybe having some health issues. And there may be some more. I don't know whether, and I'm not here to preach to anyone here. I don't know whether our awesome God is in your life, but he's in my life. I pray for everyone all the time in TBC. I was praying for people in TBC before we even talked about something like this. But make sure that we are taking care of ourselves in terms of our health. We can't always help the health of the people when we can to some extent. But you best believe you need to take care of yourself. Because trust me, you've heard this expression. You know, you can't produce wealth if you don't have your health. Now, I happen to know someone that's a multimillionaire. He was born a multimillionaire. You know, and but he's got major heart trouble. You know, I know a lot of people who's got a lot of money, and these people are not in Billion Coin, but their health is not that great. I'm blessed to have very, very good health at my age, and I got this little thing that, you know, and I know this is not about TBC perhaps, but I'm leading to that point, referring to that point of healthy people in the Billion Coin. I don't let negative stuff come into my world. I don't let it stay there long. When I see I can pinpoint what's about to happen, I just cut it off. I did that with someone today, matter of fact. You know, not with someone. If someone putting you down or something you stand for down, and they really don't know you, remember, no one is your maker but our awesome God. You're who God says you are, not what other people say you are. And think of that same way here in the Billion Coin. You are a member of TBC, of the Billion Coin. You're a great person. You're a wonderful person. You're a good person. Don't listen to other people what they say about you or who you are or whatever they say. It doesn't matter. None of that stuff matter. The thing is that's most important is you have to love one another. You have to be good to one another. And that's what I stand for. That's the only way I see it. And believe me, I was this way before I even knew in fact, I was this way before the Billion Coin was even existed. A lot had to do with my upbringing. I had a lot of good role models in my home. other than my father, my parents. So I'm really blessed, I'm gonna say, to be where I am in my life. But I believe, like y'all might believe, that we have a plan, and maybe God has a plan for you. See, I believe this billion coin was God's plan. I don't know whether y'all believe that or not, how you feel about it. I don't know, but that's just me. I just believe that it's a great thing and an honor to have that one person or a group of people start the billion coin on March 21st of 2016, when our coin was only 1/10 of 1 penny. Did you hear that? 1/10 of 1 penny was worth. That's how Bitcoin started back in 2009. You know, everyone talk about 2009, but really, if people do the history of Bitcoin, and really, a white people was created in 2008. It just didn't come on the scene to 2009, so they say 2009 it started. Yeah, I studied cryptocurrency. This is what I do. So I know where we stand in correlation to our market-driven cryptocurrencies. And some of them are decent. Like Randy, I'm involved in Bitcoin and some other cryptocurrencies. Don't put all your eggs in one, as they say, in one basket. Start creating what I indicated in one of my live broadcasts, multiple streams of income. TBC is a great thing. You know, it's a great thing. But keep all those things in mind as I stated today. Again, I'm gonna repeat again by the update. Make sure that start watching your CreekCast back office. It may be under one of the headings already, maybe under broadcasting, on the send button down to broadcast, and may something be in there about leads. It's gonna be there, or they may have one they say leads in our live broadcast. But it's gonna be, to my understanding, it's gonna be mainly broadcasters. I believe we're gonna start seeing more broadcasters eventually. But see, I'm gonna say this lastly, then I'm gonna be ending. If every person that you brought into the billion coin, and you explain them how important a broadcaster is and how that pertains to our mission, I think they'll get it. And for those who fear it, all they got to do is start what? You started coaching them. Some people just let people in and let them go. You can't do that in the billion coin. They're not going to make it if they don't know what it is, what it isn't, and what their role is. They're not going to make it. So I like to think. I don't know if anyone got any questions, or anything. I don't think they do. If anyone got any questions, oh, the Bishop E, he's here. Thank you so much. You know, thank you so much. Thanks everybody for being here. Vanessa Tess, I believe it is. Great information I see here on the blog. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, on the chat. I mean, I'm sorry, I said the blog. See, the blog is in me so much. I say the blog so much. Thank you so much for everyone being here. Bitcoin Scott. I mentioned everybody, most of everyone earlier. I just want to say thank you for everyone for being here today. It's been an awesome day for everyone. I hope and pray. Keep all the TBC members that are having some health issues. Keep them in your prayers, please. And remember, TBC is not a bank, not a charity. It's not an investment. It's considered what? A purchase. So if anyone ever hear that word investment, can I cash out? Whatever. I'm not saying that we won't ever have a fiat currency system like they talked about in 2017. But don't even think about something like that until we get in migration and get everybody, and we are finished with the migration. And we go in a few months where there are no major issues before any bank or anything of that kind will even consider something like that for us. Just get out there and hustle. That's what I do. Have a great day. I believe Crypto TBC, he may have another live broadcast later tonight. He usually do 2 a day, I'm noticing. I'm glad to catch Lucy for some of your live broadcasts. I know that being in another country, y'all doing different. A lot of times y'all doing live broadcasts, it's early in the morning for me, but you know, my phone just goes off when I see something happens. You know, let me know. Your YouTube channel just lets me know that you're doing a live broadcast, so I try to catch it. I don't even go click on the broadcast schedule for the day. I've subscribed to so many people. It just my computer and my phone lets me know when it's time for y'all live broadcast. That's how I always show up. I know you're there, and I'm glad and honored to be a part of everyone's live broadcast that I can attend. So I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. Love you all. Bye-bye.